The first one I want to talk about is our social skills. I asked how your social life was, and we're not doing too well on that subject. And again, I asked myself, is that because we spend so much time online these days that we have, we're not going out the way that we used to. We sort of self-entertain via YouTube and various other things, Facebook, you name it. Whereas before we didn't. We went out and went to visit friends and do stuff like that. So we're definitely going to talk more about that, and I'd like to get some input from you all in terms of how much time you spend actually going out face-to-face to see people. Not that I'm going to force you to do that. That's not the point. The point is, I think, quite honestly, the reason that these figures change as much as they do is by virtue of the life that we live today. The next one has to do with our home life, and that came up, as you will see, quite honestly, almost across the board. It was a little bit of everything on that one, but the majority are pretty happy with their home life. I have a feeling that those who are not might be the younger ones who are at home and wish that they weren't at the moment. But again, that is my guess on it. When I asked the question, how happy are you with your life, it was delightful to see that so many of you actually are pretty happy. And that was a little bit of a shock to me, but a delightful one. That really, when you look at it, most people are sort of in the mid-range of that, either not too bad and not too good, and the most are in the middle. And so that's a very positive sign. That was a pleasant surprise for me. The next part of the survey told me what I already knew, and that had to do with what things do you like about the channel. And there's no doubt about it, you love to learn new things, whether it is the life lessons or the tips of the day. Those two rated very much ahead of anything else, and we'll keep making sure that you get those. So well done for wanting to learn stuff. The next couple of questions that I asked were about how we're doing and how we're doing in terms of the information we're giving you. That came up, as you're going to see, came up very high, again higher than I expected, and I'm delighted about that because it means that you appreciate what we're doing. Next one, as the graph comes up, you're going to see the question was about how much do you like the response time? How are we doing in responding to your questions in a timely fashion? And as you can see, we rated very high on that, which was again a delight. And I must admit, I do guilt myself out every now and then when I have to, by virtue of my life in other areas, not answer a question for some hours. But you guys have been pretty good. I normally try and get back to you and let you know that, because this is a question that I want to think about. And I don't want to give a quick answer when I want to give it a bit more thought. So you guys have been great, so I'm very happy with the results on that one. And the last graphic that I put up was about the average age of those people who responded. Remember, we're talking about 31 responses here. And in fact, I think it might even add up to 32 because I think one snuck in while I wasn't watching. But as you can see, over 50% of the respondents of the survey were in that age group that was sort of 20 to 29. And we had a few of each of the other categories, but that was the majority of the people who responded. So thank you very much indeed, again, for giving me that input. It certainly helps me work out where I'm going to spend some time putting some stuff together for you. Thanks again for all your help. And this is DearMamaSal saying bye for now. Please remember to give your age, sex, and country if you're asking questions, just so that I can make it appropriate in the reply. And also, if I haven't replied to your question, really sorry, the chances are I've missed it somehow. Please send it again. For those of you who want to find out what I'm doing in my day-to-day life, please go to dearmamasal.blogspot.ca and read about what I'm doing there. If you've enjoyed the video, please share it with people, because we're aiming here just to help more and more people. And if you're new to the channel and have enjoyed the video, please thank the person who sent you here. My big hugs as usual, and many, many thanks. This is Mama Sal saying bye for now.